taking spirituality into consideration when people have a adverse reaction to alcohol, let's just say, right? They start, most people don't really realize the physical ramifications that are occurring within the body. So we are made to believe that when our body starts acting out of control, that it's somehow, again, like, get control of yourself. There's something wrong with you. And then, of course, if something really horrific happens, do I need to name off other horrific things? I mean, there's a wide spectrum that could be horrific in any household, in any lifestyle. So when something horrific happens, and it tends to then leak into the following hours, days, weeks, and months, and years, that incident, in that moment of feeling that deep, like, oh, fuck, I did something wrong. I am now in trouble, and and part of that is coming from our own soul. It's coming from our own inner soul, but not from a shame place, not from like you're bad. It's like, hey, this substance doesn't work for us. Do you see what it just did? And let's not do that anymore. But we don't listen to that. We're not taught to listen to that voice on any other topics. So why would we listen to it on this one? And so the fuckery here is then the substance changes our whole neurochemistry, and shit just snowballs. It snowballs out of, often out of control. And again, control is a spectrum, right? I also believe that this notion that the drinker is broken. I am going to dedicate a good portion of my mission to ridding society of the word alcoholic. Get rid of that fucking label. We don't label all of our other afflictions, addictions, desires. Let's get rid of the labels, okay? So, when you drive a car and you're sitting in traffic, that creates road rage. There's something going on inside of the mind and the body that's getting triggered by that. But those are the tools. You have to have a car, and you have to be in the car with the car driving with other people around you, typically to have road rage, right? So to be an alcoholic, you have to have a tool, and that tool goes in and does exactly what it is meant to do. It loosens things up. It slows things down. It takes the edge off. It uninhibits us. It takes the inhibitions down a few notches so that we can relax, we can chill out, we can feel a well-deserved buzz. Am I right? I know I'm right. I know I'm right. I can speak with authority on this, and again, nobody has to agree with me on this, but I'm just going to keep saying the same messages, probably not repeating it verbatim, but it's going to come out of me over and over and over and over again. And I'm tying together how alcohol, it masks our true selves. It ruins our intuition. It completely destroys our confidence in creating our imagination. Now, I'm not saying you can't be creative. I'm not saying that you can't have intuition. I'm, again, speaking for myself that it masked it. And I think the mask was a lot thicker than I even ever imagined. I mean, we call drinking liquid courage. Like, I'm going to take some of this and then I'm going to feel courageous. Well, the problem is when that wears off, it's like you got to tap into your own resources, and we're not taught how to tap into our own resources. We're taught to outsource our tapping in to teachers and to bosses and to others, to wives, to husbands, to parents, to institutions, So, yeah, tapping in. Okay. The mask for spirituality, the mask for self-awareness, the mask for raising consciousness, the mask to living out our dreams, the mask to being who we are not. The liquid courage is the prescription for living a prescribed life. And a prescribed life to me is one in which it's just handed to us. We are expected to follow the certain dynamics within our family structure that are passed down to us, and oftentimes making those difficult compromises eats away at our soul. It eats away at our intuition, because truly intuition is our self. And if we are betraying ourselves by doing something that we do not want to be doing in order to please someone else, others, other things, it's a betrayal. It's a little betrayal on our hearts, and our intuition starts to fade. And there comes the shadow. The shadow, then, it's just the mask. It's the dim. It's the dimming of the light of the true nature. And so when we want to do shadow work, it's best to go in and find that little ember, that little spark of light, and see how you can stoke that. And the shadow will retreat. It will move aside for the light to start showing, because then your intuition grows, your confidence grows, your inner self percolated and promoted courage grows. Your neurons are firing, your synapses are connected, you're sleeping better, your skin is better, your overall well-being is better. The stress and the anxiety that liquid courage told you it would take away is actually going away. Because your brain is working properly. The neurons are recalibrating. Your whole body is recalibrating. Just with nature, when a forest burns down, it regrows. When you don't mow your lawn and you let it go, it will go crazy. It will grow and grow and grow. And so is such as our bodies. Our body is nature, it's biology, and it regenerates. Now, not everything comes back online, but a lot. Our bodies have a very, 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 very wondrous capability of repairing itself. When you remove this poisonous, toxic substance and give it a chance to, be healthy, it will come back. And you will notice improvements immediately, and then it will just exponentially get better. And then you get to start feeling your feelings. And that is not nearly as scary as it is when you are drinking. I will tell you that facing your problems and your fears and your worries and your doubts and your challenges is so much more fucking easy without a hangover. So much easier. Yeah, you're going to be so pleasantly surprised. And here's where the bullshit kicker comes in, is that we're also made to believe that this is really fucking hard because we're broken. So not only are you broken, but you got to take away the thing that helps you feel less broken, the perpetuated systemic gerbil wheel cycle of fuckery that you have some deep, deep beliefs that you are broken. One, if you can't drink because you can't hold your liquor, you can't, whatever. I like hold your liquor. I can't think of another phrase that matches what that connotation. Everybody knows what that means, right? You can't hold your liquor. There's something wrong with you. You're broken. So you should stop drinking. You're an alcoholic. And so now you got to take away that thing that you thought was helping you be a more socially adept, sophisticated, intellectual person, because that's what all the ads, everybody's having such a fucking good time with this. What is wrong with me? Why can't I manage my alcohol? Now I'm a fucking alcoholic and I can't take anything because I'm broken and something's wrong with me, and I gotta try to muster myself out of this fucking hole. Good luck. I mean, let's not do it that way. I mean, if you want to try it that way, go for it, but I don't suggest it. That is outsourcing beyond belief. You are not broken because you drank poison. You are not broken. The poison amplifies the little traumas that happen within you, within us, within all of us. As children, we all experience some sort of trauma. And trauma can be just as simple as a sibling being born. Trauma can be a lost Lego under the seat and a parent really just doesn't give a shit, and it's right there, but no one can reach it. Your favorite doll accidentally got donated and no one can find it and it's gone forever. You accidentally walk in on a fight, or you walk in on something and someone is like, get out of here, How scary is that for a little kid? Yeah. Or even just falling down and hurting yourself and not just being able to fucking cry it out and be like, instead of somebody and all these people like running around you like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? I mean, and then you're like, well, I don't know. Fuck, it does hurt. Am I okay? Am I okay? Maybe I'm not okay. And every time that I fall, people come running. But then as I get older, nobody cares that I'm hurting. Nobody cares. Or I don't tell them. I mean, okay, so trauma, we all have trauma. And those little traumas usually are the things that create the shadow, because we are told to be quiet. We're told to sit down, be quiet, stop using your imagination, go to sleep when you're not tired, get back in bed, stop being so silly. I mean, that list can go on and on and on. And so as free-spirited children, when our training starts to be a productive and acceptable member of society, those behaviors are not acceptable. It is not acceptable in a classroom. You have to sit quietly. Don't touch. Don't touch. Do not touch things. Don't visit with your neighbor. Don't be too loud. Don't be too soft. Engage. Don't interrupt. Stand in a line. Oh my gosh, what are all the little symbols now? And listen, I'm not bagging on teachers. I am not bagging on teachers at all. I fucking love teachers. They're just following along and they're miserable as fuck, I'm sure. I know many that are miserable as fuck, and they are hopelessly devoted to hoping things would change in education. But let's not go down that rabbit hole. Trauma. So alcohol, the promise and all the advertising and the marketing and the social media and, everything around us, restaurants and cocktails and mocktail bars and sporting events and everything is mocktails, rosé, whiskey tasting, pairing. I mean, the list is endless on where and how you can consume this substance. And yeah, we're told that it's good. It's good for us. It's good for you. Look how much fun you should be having on this. And if you're not having fun, you should go over here and stand in that line, keep coming back, and admit that you are powerless. You are broken. While the rest of us over here are pretending like we're having a great fucking time. And meanwhile, people are, let's just say a small percentage of people are having an actual real fucking amazing time with alcohol. Doesn't impact their lives at all, doesn't have any sort of negative effects. I mean, awesome. Fuck yes. Great. What an amazing tool to relax, because again, I'll come back to all of my other points too, is that we are trying and desiring pleasure. And pleasure comes from tweaking, equalizing, changing, amplifying our consciousness. So yeah, alcohol is a great fucking tool for that. It works. It works almost immediately. I mean, it works. Takes the edge off right away. So trying to figure out and tweaking how to make that work for you when behind the scenes it's like the little gremlins taking apart the airplane wing. It's in there like, all right, disconnect these synapses and replace it with high levels of this and reduce these levels because alcohol is adding all of this, and then let's turn on the craving. Let's turn on the tolerance. Let's turn on the dependence. Let's turn on the agitation. Let's turn on that list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Oh, well, let's turn off the memory. Let's turn off the cognition. Let's turn off good choices. And good choices, when your inhibitions are lowered, sometimes they get lowered significantly. And sometimes the choice isn't even ours at that point. It really is not. And I know people are like, oh, because you didn't manage how much you drank, then you made a bad choice and this is all your fault. And someone's like, I don't even remember doing that. Well, see, you're fucking broken. That's your problem. Well, I'm sorry. I drank poison that I bought at the grocery store or the liquor store, or my friends gave me at a dinner party, and I mean, everyone else is doing it. Why? I don't know. Okay. I feel like I've come full circle on many, many, many of my topics and woven them together very nicely. Aho.